Scott Sobey obviously played incredible tonight. The result, though, was that Sobey's brilliance, or do you think that was sort of something you guys could have controlled, something your team could have done better too?
Oh, you can always do better. Look, he had an incredible game, and he tends to say them for us too. He had 36 against us when we played him on Christmas Eve as well. But I just thought for a whole that they had a, when we took the ball out of Sobey's hands, they had other guys step up and make shots, and they take nothing away from the Bullets. They were really good tonight. I thought we showed some intestinal fortitude. We showed some fight, but it just didn't turn out to be our night. We couldn't kick the ball in the ocean, and we know we're a much better shooting team than that, and we had some really good looks too. But it just, I don't know, it just seemed that every time we looked like we might be able to get back into the game, they always had all the answers.
Yeah, was that something you could see, Dejan, as a player out there? You came close, maybe 6 points behind, plenty of opportunities there. What was it, do you think, as a player that you could have potentially done to get a tie and then potentially get a lead?
I think we gave up too many offensive rebounds. So we played one hell of a game. I think we just missed too many easy shots in the first half. I think we got a lot of great looks, and they were dropping for the Bullets. So I mean, don't take anything away. They played a hell of a game. I mean, everyone's trying to do or die in this situation. So I mean, our season's finished, but we got one more game to kind of just go out on a note, and everyone can go, whatever they do in the off season, then we come back and prepare for next year. So we just got to finish off strong.
For you, how was it going head to head with Sobey? Pretty fun?
I mean, it always is. He's a great player in this league. He can score the ball, and he played one hell of a game. So you take a challenge like that.
Yeah. For yourself, you've been in the Wizards setup before, trying to make it to the NBA. Let's say Sobey's a couple of years younger. Do you think he's the type of player that could have potentially made it onto an NBA roster?
I think so. I think there's a lot of players in this league that can make the NBA, and I think this league gets overlooked with a lot of talent like that, with Sobey, Goulding, a few others as well. So, I mean, everyone plays. Sobey's one hell of a player, and maybe if he was a few years younger, I would have given him a shot for sure.
Scott, one more game left in the season. What do you want to see from your side in that final game?
Look, it's important for us to finish this season off well. We've come from a long way back, and we've played some pretty good basketball, especially this calendar year. We've had some fantastic results, and unfortunately those losses were just too much to overcome, and it's devastating to me. I honestly thought we'd come in here and win this game. Now for us officially to be over as far as not making the finals, well, maybe we can help influence something else. So we've got New Zealand at home next weekend, and we'll be preparing for them as we would prepare for anyone. We've got 9,500 people coming in. I think it'll be our 7th sellout in a row. We owe it to our fans, we owe it to each other to finish the season off well.
Dejan, incredible game tonight, mate. He's got 3 more years in this uniform. That's pretty exciting for the fans. What do you look forward to seeing from him in the years to come?
Well, hopefully I'll be on the sidelines coaching him and not in the stands watching him. So look, I think it's a great, great show of faith in the organisation to be able to lock away someone of his calibre. We haven't always been able to do a good job of that over quite a long period of time. So it gives us a cornerstone to build on. I think there's some other guys out there that we want to make sure that we lock away as well, and keep a core group of teams together. I always talk about you look at some of the great teams over the years, and when Perth and New Zealand were winning championships, they kept the core together, and they're just able to make 1 or 2 subtle changes, but for a lot of different reasons, the 36ers haven't been able to do that for a long time, and we chop and change over half the team. I think we brought in 8 new guys this year. You just can't have, sustained success, with that sort of inconsistency. So, what we'll look to do is lock away some key pieces of the puzzle and make some adjustments, because as I said, at times we played some pretty good basketball this year, so we just need to build on that.
Hey, that's it for me, Susie.
Yeah. Chris, you're welcome to jump in.
Yeah, Scott, following on from that, we've talked over the years about how important it is to keep a core group together. I mean, clearly, you don't want to, nail it down to just 2 guys, but if you can keep that trio of, you've got DJ, if you can keep Isaac and Trey that's a hell of a starting point. How confident would you be that those two guys would come back next season?
Chris, you bob up everywhere, don't you? It's I speak to you more than when we're doing a podcast together. It's look, it's you know they've all had significant seasons. You know, Isaac Humphries has been a joy to coach. I think Trey has surprised a lot of people. You know, moving to the point and being able to put the games together that he's been able to do. So to me, those two guys are key. When you get someone like Isaac, and I've banged on about him all year, to me he's, I look and see people select All-Star 5 and I don't see him in it, and I think they must be watching different games to what I watch. To me, he's a big man in the competition, and he's shown that consistently throughout the course of the season, and I think it's fantastic that he's been selected for the Boomers. To me, that was a no-brainer as well. So, obviously key pieces of the puzzle that hopefully we can lock away.
DJ, if you get asked for your opinion, how quickly would you say yes to wanting both Trey and Isaac to sign on with you for next year?
Honestly, straight away, yes. I'd even start a GoFundMe for the both of them to keep them around. So as much money as they want, we'll give to them. But again, as Scotty said, you got to kind of keep that core group together. And if we can lock away Trey, lock away obviously Isaac, you got myself. But that also comes down to the coaching staff. I think Scotty's done a fantastic job and deserves more than 1 year. I think it takes at least 2 years to build an established organisation to move forward. So if we can keep Scotty, keep the coaching staff, then you got myself, Isaac, and Trey, and then you just build. We got Jason Kadee coming back, Nick Marshall. Like to keep KG around, and I'm putting it out there. Cleveland, I want him back too.
You prefer to play with him than having him guard you, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
You're coming back no matter what, but right now, would you be disappointed if it's not with Scott as your coach?
Yes, I think I want to keep harping on it. Scott deserves it. You watch where we were at the FIBA break when CJ was fired. He took over. I think we had 3 days or 2 days to prepare for Cairns. We gave up 116 or 117 points. Then we went to United, competed well against them, beat Brisbane. Then lost 2 games, and the new year rolled over, and you beat United, you beat Sydney, you have a close one against Cairns, and each week we got better and better and better, and we were starting to get respected. It wasn't being last. It was like, Adelaide might make the 6. So for sure, Scotty does deserve it, and I would be pissed if he's not the coach for 2 years and onwards.
Well said. Last question, Scott. Interesting situation now. You got 9 days before this one last game. I mean, it's a tricky situation to be in. How do you keep the group switched on and motivated to finish off on a high next week?
I just said before, we want to finish well, and we owe it to the people that come and sell out our stadium every week. We owe it to each other. We've said before the game, we've gone through a lot this year, and it's been up and down, and we can't make it now, which is devastating. I think we all had belief in our heart that we could get into that plane and be a real spoiler, but we were on a cliff's edge there with the losses that we already had, and obviously now it's become a bridge too far. But we'll give the guys a couple of days off, and we'll prepare for New Zealand, and once again I fully expect to go out and beat them. We need to finish off as well as we can, with an eye towards next year. And once again, 9,500 people come to our games every game, and it's been phenomenal, the support that we've had from the 36 of fans, and there's going to be 9,500 people there in that New Zealand game, and we'd love to send them off with a win.
Thanks very much, guys.
Any other questions? All good. Thanks.
Thank you.